All right, we're back. So we're going to talk about slopes again. Now we're going to talk about some special slopes. So if you notice, still got this little guy skiing again, right? However, if you look at the line here, if you're a skier, you would probably say, I can't ski on the line that goes that way. It's impossible, right? So that's what we call the zero slope. There's no slope there, okay? You can't go side to side. Now, here's another one. If you tried to ski on that slope, you would be under the snow, wouldn't you? You would fall down, and that's called undefined. There's no slope, so we call it undefined. It's impossible. So the name, if you remember, these are what we call horizontal lines. This is a vertical line. Okay, so horizontal lines are zero slopes. Vertical lines are undefined. So let's graph a few. Okay, remember the coordinate plane here. 3, 6. All the way up on the top here. Quadrant, what? Quadrant 1. And then you got 3, -2. Okay. All right. Well, we connect them. And guess what? You've got a up and down vertical line, which is undefined. Now let me show you. Remember the rise over run we did the other time? So let's say I started with the bottom point, right? I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to go up 8. That was rise, remember? Over run. But you'll notice on this problem, you can't do any running. So it's 0. So when the 0 is under your fraction bar, I call it undefined. You could abbreviate it like this, UND. All right, let's look at the next line. We're going to plot these 2 points, okay? So that's going to be -3 up 2. 4, 2. Connect them. You should know by the notes above that that's a horizontal line. So that's a zero slope. Let me show you with the rise over run, right? So if I start with this point, you'll notice I can't rise. I can't go up and down. So there's no rising, just a bunch of running. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it really doesn't matter what the bottom number is in this particular problem because you're going to have a zero slope. Okay? All right. So, if you look at problem 1 and 2, you could probably tell real quickly just looking at the line. You don't even have to count, right? This line's going up and down. So this line's undefined. This line's going side to side, so that is 0. All right, now you're going to notice I have a little formula up there. That is the slope formula. Okay? So with the slope formula, what we're going to do is we're going to use numbers instead of graphing. Now they use the letter M. I have no idea why they use M. They should probably use S. Okay? Now Y2 just means my second Y because you need 2 points, right? Y1's my first Y. X2 is my second X. X1 is my first X. So let's look at problem number 3 here. So that's my first X. That's X1. That's my first Y, that's Y1. Then you've got the second X, 10 is X2, and then 4 is Y2, all right? So we're looking at this. Now what I like to do is I like to line the points up so I can easily put them into the formula. So you'll notice I'm just taking x1, y1, x2, y2, lining them up. And then I'm going to put the numbers into the formula right up here. Right? So I'm going to do 4, because that's y2, right? Minus 15. That's my top one. And then the bottom one's going to be x2. Okay. Now, if you solve this, 4 minus 15. What is that? Negative 11 over 0. So number 3 is going to be undefined, right? Because 0's on the bottom. So remember, we're going to abbreviate it, undefined. Let's look at number 4. So we've got x1, y1, x2, y2. Let's follow the formula again up here, right? So it'll be negative 9 minus negative 9 over negative 18 minus negative 6. Now, I hope you remember your integer rules from last year. Remember, what do you call it? Keep, change, change. So it's negative 9 plus 9. Keep, change, change. So negative 9 plus a positive 9 is 0. And then the denominator would be negative 18 plus, keep, change, change. So, what do we got? Negative 12, right? Now, again, if you go back to what we said a moment ago, if 0's on the top, number 4 is going to be a 0 slope. All right? Now, if you want to pause the video and try number 5 and 6, you can. Here's your time to pause it. Alright, now I'm going to do it. So I'm going to go x1, y1 for number 5, x2, y2. Alright, so let's see. Remember, the y's are on the top. Negative 14 minus negative 5. Oh, all these negatives are giving me a headache. All right, then the x. Negative 8 minus negative 8. Okay, now let's fix that with your keep, change, change. So that's negative 14 plus 5, right? Would be a negative 9. Negative 8, keep, change, change. Plus 8 is going to be 0. So we have 0 on the bottom, under the fraction bar. Undefined, right? All right, and my last problem. Let's try that out. Okay. x1, y1, x2, y2. All right, let's put them into the formula here. So that's negative 20 minus negative 20, right? Well, I'm going to do keep, change, change. Hey, my top number's 0. I don't even have to do the bottom one, because if 0's on the top, my answer is 0. All right. So that is what we did in class. So what I'm going to have you do is I want you to do this for me. Okay. And then I'll post the answers. You could check them. And then you could move on to the next step. Okay? Good luck, guys.